Hi everyone. So if you can't tell, Mrs. Dominic goofed. I recorded this whole video and didn't capture any sound. So basically, I'm going to abbreviate this for you. We should have already talked about Aboriginal art together this morning. And the last time I saw you, it's quite possible that we spoke about drawing animals. Today in your sketchbook, or if you are with me in class and don't have it with you, on a white sheet of paper, you are going to be drawing an animal inside your sketchbook and setting up your page around it for your X-ray / dot painting. Here on the page, I am trying to explain to you how to use a ruler and why it's so important to use one when you're trying to make a border. A border is when you are trying to section off the outer edges of your page to be like a picture frame. Okay, when you hold down a ruler in your sketchbook, and I'm going to demonstrate it here in a second, you want to make sure that you spread out your fingers across your sketchbook as wide as you possibly can to hold it still. Okay, I've spread out my pinky and my first finger very, very wide there, and I can even use my whole hand. I can go all the way from my pinky to my thumb. There it is, holding that ruler nice and firmly against the binding of that book. I'm also showing you the benefit of holding your pencil way far back by the eraser so that you can reach underneath your hand when your arm get in the way. Okay, but I've taken my ruler, I've shoved it up against the binding of my sketchbook, and I've drawn one edge. Okay, now I'm going to go down to the bottom and do basically the same thing. I'm going to line up that ruler with the edge of the paper and strike a line across. Now I've done the top and the bottom of my page. Next, the right and the left. Same idea. Line up that ruler with the edge of the paper. It looks like I didn't do such a good job, but this particular sketchbook, when you flip the cover over, it sticks out on the bottom. But anyway, drawing my border on the left, and now my border on the right. Lining it up, striking the line. My picture frame is done. Okay, you should see 4 corners on the outside. If you want to keep them, you can keep them. If you don't, you can erase them. And that's what I'm doing there. I'm just showing you those options. Either one will be fine for this particular border. In the center of your picture, I'm sort of speaking to you now about putting an animal in your page that shows motion, okay? And I'm also going over how to show motion with an animal. Long story short, you want to put the arms, the legs, the wings, the tail, whatever it is with your animal, you want to bend them and move them and put them in a disjointed fashion so that it looks like your animal is moving. You might need to think about how your animal moves. A turtle runs in a very different way from, say, a horse or a rabbit or even a frog. Okay? I have done some video magic and flipped my paper over, and here is Mrs. Dominic's kangaroo. I did not draw a standing up, straight, just sort of sitting there chewing, looking at me kangaroo. I drew a bent over, hopping kangaroo, and I tried to make it nice and large so that it filled the majority of that center section. You do not need to Sharpie this. You do not need to add shading. You do not need to add tons and tons of detail. As long as the shape of your animal is good, it is going to be great. When you are done with all of these steps, making the border and drawing your animal in, all you need to do is photograph it and turn it in. That's it. And then we're done for today. Okay? Thanks so much for listening, and I'm going to see you next time. Bye.